Hey there, YouTube. Jared here, GodHammer227. Been forever. I know YouTube has just kind of taken a back seat recently. I've got so much that I'm doing. Not even that I'm terribly busy, although I am working a lot, but I've got so much going on in my life, and let me tell you a little bit about that. So, my job at the library. I love it to death. I absolutely want to work there forever, but I can't get a full time job there because there's only a very set few full time jobs, and the budget wasn't there to make more. So I got a full time job at Half Price Books. So yeah, I'm basically going from books to books. That's my life. Pardon the terrible painting in the background. It's just basically I was fucking around. It's preliminary. I'm trying to work on something better. Um, but yeah, so excuse that whole thing. Anyways, got this full time job at Half Price, which I start on August 8th. Super excited to start that. My last day at the library is August 3rd. So I'll have about 5 days in between that I'll be doing whatever I want. Maybe I'll make more videos, hopefully. And I've been hitting the gym almost every day. Almost. There was a time that I was kind of slacking. Hadn't gone in like maybe about 3 weeks. I was dealing with a shoulder injury and just didn't even, I was just too lazy. Honestly, I was just being lazy. There's no excuse, but I was lazy. Um, I finally hit my goal of being over 200 pounds, my goal, which I set back a couple months ago, was to, by the end of the year, by the end of 2016, to weigh 200 pounds lean muscle. And I think I've done that. I could do a little more to define myself, especially my abs. I need to define my abs. But I'm over 200 pounds. I'm lean. I'm fit. I'm strong. And I'm feeling really, really good. Just the other day, actually, I set an an overhead press record, which I don't really want to. I'm kind of hesitant to say what it was because I don't know if it makes me sound like a complete wuss or what. But for me, it was a new record. I was able to overhead press from here all the way up over my head, full extension, 130 pounds, which I thought was pretty good for me. Um, I'm not like huge. I'm getting bigger, certainly, but I'm not huge, which, I'm fine with. I don't need to be huge. I just want to be muscular. I want to look and feel my best. Um, so yeah, that's a few things that were going on. Why I haven't been making videos. I've been in the gym a lot, working a lot, um, painting. I do painting now. This is acrylic. I'm trying to save up money to buy oils because I would do a lot better with oils. I like the medium more. I like the way it feels more. It's a little more work, but then again, I think it's worth it for the outcome. With acrylic, it dries really fast, so I can't get all the effects down that I want to get on the canvas before it actually dries, and I can't work with it anymore. Um, so there's a reason I'm making this video, and that is because 1 year ago, I bought a can of Orlik Golden Sliced, and I opened that can and put it into a mason jar. And this is that mason jar. Orlik Golden Sliced, dated it 7/29/15. It is now 7/29/16, or if you're in Britain, 29/7/16, whatever. Anywhere else in the world says it that way. It's like a pyramid, the shortest amount to the largest amount. America's weird. We do things weird. I don't understand it. Anyways, so I am going to open. This jar has not even been opened. This seal has not been broken in a year. It has been sitting down under my desk in a spot where sun can hit it occasionally for a certain amount of time every day. So it's not like it was baking in the sun, which would have, of course, just caused all sorts of stuff to happen there with the UV and everything. It was sitting in a spot where it could get heat, it could get cool, depending on the weather, depending on what we had, because it was right next to my air vent. But the sun would hit it at a certain time every single day, and it's of course dry now, and it's already like cracked. But then again, I kind of broke it up when I put it in there, just so it would age more evenly. Um, and I think I've shaken it a couple times, or like mixed it up a little bit, just so it would, you know, what's on the bottom would have room to breathe and all that. So I thought what I would do today is crack this open, put some in my pipe. I'm going to use just this standard little corn cob that I used when I smoked it last time, because I really like this corn cob for Virginias. It just works best with Virginias. So I'm going to load this thing up, I'm going to light it, and I'm going to tell you what I think after a year of aging. Okay, so I've got my little corn cob all filled up. I'll tell you, just opening this up, this stuff smells really good after a year. It's like sweet, a little earthy, but then again, it's Virginia's. So, but it smells really good, even better than just straight out of the tin. Which I also have down here another tin in case I like it aged. I can just go ahead and start aging this one in another jar as I'm smoking this one, which I actually don't smoke pipes very often anymore. Update. As I said in the last video I made oh so long ago, I have a girl in my life. She and I are going strong. I love you to death. I know you're watching it. I know she's going to watch it, so I'll say this to her. I know you're watching, and I'm glad you support all of my various weird hobbies, and I love you very much. And she knows I do. She knows I love her. So, I'm going to go ahead and light this up and see how this is after a year. Not getting much on the initial light. There it is. Actually, that's really good. It's really the sugars in it. There's natural sugars in the Virginias, but I mean you can kind of see when you look at the flakes themselves. There's little crystals of sugar in it, or not necessarily crystals, but little like flecks of sugar that you can see, and I think they're aged really well. At least for my personal taste, I like sweeter tobaccos. That's just me. I have a sweeter palate, so. Yeah, that's really good. I really enjoy that. You can definitely taste the earthiness of the Virginias without it being so harsh as an English. It's really smooth. It's kind of harsh on the retrohale. Like it kind of burns back in the sinuses, but I think that's mostly because of the is it Perique? I think there's Perique in it. Yeah, there is a touch of Perique, which gives it that little bit of a spice. The spice is a little dulled down by the sugars, which I prefer. If you like Perique and you like that spice, maybe don't age it as long, because the sugar does kind of outweigh the spice of the Perique after a while. Yeah, but the spice of the Perique kind of burns just way in the back of your sinuses during the retrohale. It's not bad, but it's there. As you can see, the smoke is pretty rich. It's really nice if that's what your thing is the smoke. I think it'll work well for you. And that just has to do with the fact that there's almost no moisture left in it. Actually, I don't think there is any moisture left in it, because when I was rubbing it out, because as you can see, it's not necessarily in its flakes or its bigger, thick strips. It's kind of flaked off, and that's where I ripped it apart when I put it in here. All I had to do was barely just kind of crush it in my hands and rub it in between my palms, and it just fell to pieces. which filled my pipe really easily and really nicely, and it gave me perfect draw, and on just like one big pinch filled the entire thing, like a pinch and a half. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this. I would recommend this for someone as like kind of a nighttime unwinding kind of thing. If you aren't super into aromatics, if you prefer like something sweeter before bed, or when you're just kind of unwinding and you prefer something a little milder, this is a little. I wouldn't say this is harsh or anything. It's I'd say it's like a medium mild. It's not like a really mild like something where is it? The Cult brand, the Cult Abacus or the Cult Blood Red Moon. Those are very mild, don't burn hot. This one burns a little hotter than them. Not hot like in English, like it's not gonna torch you. You're not gonna have this like huge nicotine rush, but it's a nice casual kind of a laying about smoke. So yeah, I definitely enjoy it. A lot more aged. Which I mean, I aged it last time I tried it, which I don't think I aged it for a year. I think it was probably just a couple of months. But if you get a tin, I don't know, maybe save some flakes, unaged, or get 2 tins. Like this one's still unopened. Haven't opened it since I got it. So it's still sealed fresh and all that. But maybe get 2 tins, and when you age it, open one up, try it brand new out of the tin, still moist, or maybe just dry one flake. And then try the aged and see the difference, because I can definitely taste the difference. Just from what I remember it being like straight out of the tin. Which straight out of the tin, I didn't really enjoy it that much. But then aged it for a couple of months, and it was really, really good. So I'd suggest trying that, aging it, and then having an unaged can to compare it to. Okay. Now that that's out of the way, I'm just going to keep smoking this. There's a few other things I wanted to mention. One of them is a shout out to a very important and special member of this community to me personally, and that is Rory. Rory's current channel name is Cigar and Pipe Smoke Jamboree. Now, you better look it up quick, because he changes his name a lot. And you know what? It doesn't bother me a bit. I don't care how many channels he makes. I would subscribe to all of it. If he had 1,000, I'd subscribe to each and every one. His channel is definitely worth checking out, because he is not like the average pipe or cigar smoker. He makes his channel about other members of this community. In fact, he does like spotlights on people's channel, what he calls the hit list, where he does a small video kind of narrating the points of your channel, what you do, why you should subscribe to these channels, and stuff like that. He's really good at putting into words what he sees in other people. So Rory, if you're watching this, as I'm sure you will, know that you are very loved on this community. You're very dear to this community, and it would not be the same without you. A lot of people love your videos and love your channel, no matter how many times you change the friggin' name. We love the channel, and we love what you do on it, and we can't get enough of you. You know what, Rory? Straight off the cuff, didn't plan this at all. I'm going to do a spotlight on your channel. So, Rory is a lover of cigars, first and foremost. He absolutely loves cigars. He is, however, hesitant to smoke them on camera, which is fine. Not all of us in this community have to necessarily smoke on camera to be a part of this community. It's not based on that. It's based on fellowship and the love of the smoke, not necessarily showing off the smoke. Leave that to those vape people showing off their smoke. He is I don't want to say a man of few words, but he's a quiet and reserved man for the most part. But when he wants to say something, he says it exquisitely. And he seems to be able to find just the right words to express what he wants to say. Also, a little thing about him, he is hopefully a soon to be ardent lover of the pipe as well. And I think, based on his last video, the one that I just saw before I made this video, he's probably going to start smoking pipes on camera because he feels more comfortable with the pipe than he does with the cigar on camera. So Rory, I encourage it. I encourage you to do it. Just give it a try. If you don't like it, you can always remove the video or whatever you want to do. But I can guarantee you, we will welcome you with open arms into this fraternal order of pipes and cigars. Which, if you know Rory, that's a little nod to one of his former channel names. So, Rory, absolutely love your channel, love what you do, and I hope all of the people that see this video go to your channel and subscribe to it because you are well worth the subscriptions. And you're well worth the friendship because I've actually had personal correspondence with Rory for a while now. He is a great conversation companion. We email back and forth, and I've really enjoyed it. Actually, Rory, I think I made a video where I was talking about that concert that I did, that show I did in Illinois. I was not too far from where you live, and you said your town name in one of your past videos. I was not too far from where you live, and I thought when I was in Illinois, I was like, I could see where Rory lives, and I could probably look him up and get on a video with him. But I didn't, unfortunately, and I was exhausted after the show and getting punched by the guy from the Aryan Brotherhood, so I was a little tired, you could say. So I didn't, and I regret that, and I should have, because that would have been so awesome to connect with you personally and physically, you know, one-on-one instead of just over email or through videos. It would have been a lot of fun. This tobacco has no problem staying lit. I just won't shut the hell up and smoke it, so it keeps going out. So, anyways, that's the other thing I wanted to mention. I am not in a band anymore. The band kind of fell apart, but that's okay. I'm not mad about it or anything. Two of us are still really good friends. The other two I didn't really know anyways, so. But I have an Instagram, which I created much to my dismay, but at the prodding of my girlfriend, I have this Instagram to basically for a couple of reasons. It's easier for me and her to share photos. I share my workout photos on that, and I post videos of me doing vocals. Now I don't know how to put music onto them, so it's just me in my car doing a cappella, you know, like no music, and I'm doing my deep growls, high screams. They're extreme vocals, so it's probably not anything that most people in this community would enjoy hearing. But it's something I enjoy doing, and I just like the visceral, guttural nature of them and the aggression behind them because it allows me to vent aggression in a healthy way. So, if anyone who uses Instagram cares to look me up, it's the same as my YouTube channel name. It's Godhammer227. Hell, I'll just pull it up on my phone right now. Yeah, there I am. Yeah. So, I have a couple of me doing vocals, a couple of me with my workout pictures. But yes, that's me, Godhammer227. Go ahead and look me up if you guys want. Always happy to have new people following. I've gotten a few really interesting followers, actually. I've had a few major fitness clothing companies come and like my video or like my pictures, my workout pictures. Alpha Clothing, which is actually the clothing line that sponsors one of my favorite YouTube fitness experts, Goku Flex, which I recommend if anyone has fitness goals or just likes working out. Watch his videos. He's great. He's hilarious. He's really entertaining and informative. Definitely highly recommend his channel. And that's Goku, as in the anime Dragon Ball Z Goku Flex, all one word. So yeah, I'm on Instagram. I do all sorts of stuff on there. I also kind of occasionally, when I actually finish a painting, I never do finish paintings, but I post them to an Etsy account that I have where I'm selling my paintings. Now, I'll also put the link to that down in the, I was about to say downstairs. I'll put it down in the description if anyone cares to check that out. Now, I'll be the first to admit they're not very good. They're acrylic, and I don't care for the acrylic medium, which is why I'm hoping to get oils. Also, I've been told they're priced kind of high. Now, for me, when I priced the paintings I put on there, I factored in a couple of things. I factored in what I'm selling, how much time it took me to sell it or to make it, and how good I think it is. Also, how much I want to get total revenue to basically I'm selling the 3 that I have on there and possibly one more if I can ever figure out what the hell I want to do with this one, and then maybe I'm probably going to make that one or use that one as a template, make a better one, who knows. But I'm using them so that I can buy oils. So any revenue I make off of them, I haven't made a sale yet, which I totally understand. No one wants to buy my mediocre acrylic art, so that I can buy oil paints and do better paintings with a medium that I prefer. So oils are just expensive right now, and I'm kind of tight for money. But I really enjoy painting. I enjoy art. It's kind of something, it gives me a fulfillment that I don't get with any other hobby that I do. So, if y'all want to check that out, like I said, I'll put the links in the description. And you guys can check that out if you want. So, I think I've covered everything I wanted to today. I covered a lot of topics, and this is going to be a really long video, so I apologize. But thank you so much if you stuck with me till the end. You guys are amazing. Absolutely appreciate all of you guys coming and watching my videos. It means the world. So, like, subscribe, and I'll see y'all later.